Welcome back everyone, this is Seth from beactivelife. Today we're going to take a look at the Victorinox Super Tinker. Now on display here I have a very old knife of mine. This is the Victorinox hiking model. And I kind of wanted to put both of them together just so you can compare the size difference. These knives are actually very similar. The main difference is the hiker comes with the saw blade, whereas the Super Tinker comes with some really nice scissors. And that's really the main difference between these two knives. And you're not seeing any scales on here because I've broken them off. But anyways, I wanted to start off by comparing the sizes. Basically they're the same size knife, just a little bit different, a few different tools. Now the story on this knife right here, this Super Tinker, is that I got it for my birthday recently. I did a kind of a review or a story on this old knife of mine, the Victorinox hiker, and someone saw that right before my birthday and they actually got me this knife right here, the Victorinox Super Tinker, which I thought was really cool. I didn't expect that at all, and it was just real cool of them to do that. Now I've been carrying this knife for a little bit over a week, kind of as my EDC/work knife, and I'm really liking it. There's a few negatives with the knife, but I think overall it's a positive. My favorite things about the knife were definitely the scissors. I've used these scissors to open packages that I've gotten in the mail. I've used them to cut open envelopes, just tons and tons of stuff. I really like them. You can trim your nails up if you really needed to. I think that the scissors are absolutely the best feature on this knife. So those were my favorite things. It's also nice to have the tweezers and the toothpick, and also comes with a nice medium-sized Phillips screwdriver. I've actually used this a lot at work over the past week. There's actually been a few repairs that I've had to do, and it's really come in handy not having to go and get an actual Phillips screwdriver. Just having one in your pocket, it's came in really handy. So I really like that. I've used the large blade a lot. It does comes with a long blade and also a short blade. Haven't used the short blade very much, although I don't see any reason why you couldn't. I think it would function really well in some light cut tasks. But basically the main reason I wanted to do this video is I wanted to test sharpness on this knife after using it for about a week. I have not touched it at all with my knife sharpener, and I've cut open, I'd say probably at least 5 cardboard boxes every single day of this week. Just cutting open the tape, and then I cut the ends so that they fold down flat, so it has cut through cardboard quite a bit. So I wanted to do this on camera if I could, just to test to see how the edges held up. And I honestly don't know how it's gonna perform. It feels like there might be a few spots where it's grabbing, but definitely still sharp. I'd say that it is about time for a resharpening, but it is cutting through. This is just standard paper. I don't know if it'll push cut. Not really, I kind of have to slide it. But there is a spot on the blade where it's catching. The edge feels a little bit toothy. It feels like it's catching on the paper rather than sliding through it in a few spots. But that's pretty much to be expected for a knife like this. I don't even know what kind of steel is on there, and it doesn't even say. So it just says stainless, Victorinox Swiss-made stainless. But I would say that the blade's definitely still usable, but it is time to do a resharpening with it. But I think for the price range that you get this knife and for the market, it's really just going for an EDC blade. It's not, I wouldn't necessarily say going for a work knife or a work blade, although as I've done, you can use it for that. Just expect to touch it up. I mean, the edge is still in decent shape. I don't really see I don't really see any chipped out parts on the edge or rolls really. It looks pretty good to me. I don't see a lot of damage on it. Definitely is still sharp, so I don't want to run my fingers across it too much, but I'd say that it's performed pretty well for what it is. Some other tools you get on it, you get your Blade Basic flathead screwdriver, as well as a bottle opener that comes with kind of a mini flathead if you needed to use it. And it also comes with a couple other things. So overall, this is a pretty neat and nifty knife. Definitely usable for EDC or possibly a work knife, or even just a knife to throw in your toolbox in your truck or your vehicle in case you need a screwdriver and you're working on your car. Or even just this is a good gifting knife. You can usually find these for around $20, so definitely a good gifting knife, and I absolutely like it. The negative that I found to it is, one, you don't have a locking blade. Now for most EDC tasks, you're probably not going to have any issues with that, but I did find, I forget what I was cutting this week, but there was one time when I was using the blade and the blade almost came back, and it didn't almost cut me, but it almost came back and folded back a little bit. So you do definitely want to be careful in what you're doing, and don't play with the knife too much because it doesn't have a lock on it, locking mechanism. But anyways, that's my quick and short and simple review of the Victorinox Super Tinker, and thanks for watching. See you next time.